So inside this video, I'm going to be going over Wendigoon's Iceberg video where he talks about the most disturbing movies Iceberg that was created by Nice Guy Phil and uploaded to the subreddit. I believe it was Iceberg Charts. I'm going to kind of, throw all the images up on the screen and all that good shit. Now, this video, it does have some misinformation about it, and the misinformation has spread to large numbers of people, especially since this video got over 2 million views, which I want to say congratulations to Wendigoon. I mean, 2 million fucking views on a video. Congratulations to him, and I want to say thank you to him as well for kind of bringing that Mondo and shockumentary type of concept to a much larger audience and kind of giving it some mainstream attention. So definitely thank you to him because it did help me spawn the second YouTube channel. I do have my other YouTube channel where I talk about football. If that's not fucking apparent that I talk about football. But of course, I want to go over the Mondo stuff because a lot of people out here don't even want to, deal with these films whatsoever. Or there's no information online about them, so I kind of go over them. So I do want to say thank you and congratulations to Wendigoon. Now, the other thing I do want to talk about before I go over criticizing this tier list and kind of giving my own opinion about it, I do want to say there's a lot of misinformation out there. Because Wendigoon said in this video that there's a lot of cheese pizza, and it can get you cheese pizza charges the further you go down, or specifically that last tier down there, which is completely untrue. That's false. Don't bring the hammer down on the guy. Again, everybody makes mistakes, so don't just shit on the guy. He's a cool guy, you know what I'm saying? A very calm, collected. No, he doesn't need any drama in his bullshit. But one thing I do want to say, again, everybody does make mistakes. Again, I call the Serbian film the Siberian film all the time, and people get fucking pissed. Like, people from Serbia get mad. Like, you really want to take credit for a movie where a guy, like, fucks his 10-year-old son in the ass to death, and then fucks some guy in the eye socket and kills him by doing so? You really want credit for that movie? You really do? You're so passionate about the movie. It's your holy grail. You want to be boastful over a movie where a guy kills his son by fucking him. So I have one question. What the fuck is wrong with you? You seriously want credit for that? Like, your greatest achievement. In America, we fucking talk about going to the moon. I guess over there you talk about killing people with your penis. That fucking less power to you. But with that being said, we're going to go over here and we'll kind of give my own opinion on this Iceberg because there's a lot of inconsistencies with it that I myself just need to get off my chest, because especially after I watched a lot of these movies, and by movies, I mean the mixtapes, which is the bottom tier. I've seen MDPOPE 1, made a review on it. Made a review on MDPOPE 2. I kind of debunked Snuff R73. I've watched Fetus Munchers Volume 1 and also did a What Is It and went over it before I even fucking watched it. I've watched a lot of this shit, and I'm planning on watching Fubar and doing a review. Same thing with the Ogrish Collection, which I believe is 6 volumes. Same thing with the Porn Gore 1 and 2. And right here, Registros Fatais, which is Portuguese for Fatal Records. And all that good shit. I'm going to be reviewing all these very obscure and kind of giving a lot of information about it, of these obscure kind of movies and mixtapes. Now, with all that shit being said, make sure you check those out. And if you got this far in the video, make sure you like and subscribe. Again, it helps me out a lot and helps me to continue doing content like this and looking at this fucking shit and staying on the front lines, getting shot, and then turn around and spewing all that blood on you guys, aka the information, while I fucking sit there and I gag about 1,000 times while going over these movies. And with that being said, let's start all the way at the top. First off, Friday is spelled like fry when you fry a chicken cutlet. So that's perfect. But let me not be a fucking grammar Nazi. Now, you kind of see my issue there. You got Friday the 13th, A Nightmare on Elm Street, in the same tier list as The Grudge and Annabelle. If you don't already see, this is the disturbing movie Iceberg. This isn't the movie. It's not just a movie. It's a disturbing movie where the further you go down, it gets more fucking disturbing. Now, again, some people say that first tier is meant to say, all those movies that make it into the cinema and people sit down and watch it. But then it's not a disturbing movie Iceberg then. It's not, because it's supposed to be the further you go down, the more disturbing. And if we go by the consistency of the name of it, Friday the 13th is just nowhere on the same tier as Annabelle. Annabelle does not belong here. It's the odd man out or the odd doll out, because you got Friday the 13th where Jason uppercuts people's fucking heads off, okay? Squishes this person's head where their eyes come out their fucking sockets. Hold on, check this out. Take that shit with you, still on eBay for $3.99, get some money. Stabs people with pitchforks, fucking puts them in sleeping bags, slams them against the trees. You got Nightmare on Elm Street where Freddy cuts off his own fingers, peels his scalp back, cuts himself open. Which to me is one of the most horrifying things I've ever seen in any cinema or any movies, when he stretches his arms out long. Oh man, that scared the shit out of me as a fucking kid. And all that gore and shit in the same tier list as Annabelle, which is just a jump scare simulator. That's all that Annabelle is, a jump scare simulator. You might as well put it up on this fucking piece of shit. And then you also got The Grudge, which is just for 2 fucking hours. You're not gonna tell me that belongs to the same tier list. There's no fucking way. But again, that's that. So now you kind of see my grade. So I want it to be strictly a disturbing movie. If this is a disturbing movie, Iceberg, what's gonna be? You know, imagine me telling you you're gonna go to see a fucking boxing match, and the second you go there, it's 2 men fucking coming on each other. I'm sorry I had to use that as an analogy, especially since my mind's been so rotten by some of this shit. Again, we're gonna go over those last tier list where a guy literally drinks like 17 gallons of semen. I'm not fucking joking. If you've seen MDPOPE 2, this guy has like glasses this big, he has glasses this short, pints of just semen, and he just starts drinking it. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So you got that one. So you kind of see how I feel that's inconsistent. So I go all the way at the bottom, and you got Fetus Munches Volume 1 at the absolute like most disturbing fucking, you know, bottom tier, bottom of the barrel, most disgusting, disturbing. Do not watch. Don't watch with your friends, even for entertainment. Don't even watch it for shock value. This is so disgusting. You'll be scarred for life. And Fetus Munches 1, it's literally just 95% anime gore. From like Ninja Scroll, Black Samurai. Oh my god. Afro Samurai. Fuck. That's gonna go over well. Afro Samurai. And Fist of the North Star. And motherfucker. And then on top of it, it's just lesbian porn. So if you find lesbian porn disturbing, man, I don't know what to fucking tell you. I really don't. I just don't know. I mean, God, I have a couple things I do want to say, but I'm not going to fucking say them. But again, if it's just lesbian porn and fucking anime gore, it does not belong there. It doesn't belong all the way at the bottom. That shit got to go up like 5 or 6 tier. I don't even think it belongs on this list. I mean, Fetus Munches Volume 1 is not bad whatsoever. It's boring as fuck. I mean, literally, there's a part where it's like 15 minutes of this preacher talking shit about Obama, which it doesn't matter about your political opinion. I'm just saying, like, why is that inside of a film, a mixtape where I'm expecting gore? It's just he's sitting there roasting the shit out of Obama and saying a lot of racist shit, which he did have his moments, a couple funny lines here and there, but overall, it just was nothing worth of your time. And he had a couple of gore clips. It was nothing bad, with some good music, though. And the movie was so not fucking scary or so not disturbing, I had an erection throughout most of the fucking movie. Seriously, I had a fucking erect dick throughout 90% of the film. Because it was just lesbians making out, lesbians shaking their fucking asses. I mean, it was to the point where I almost started jerking off towards the end of the fucking film. Seriously, if you watch my review on it, and I'm into petite chicks, right? But these bitches had some fucking fat asses. I mean, these bitches had the hatchbacks, whole tire wagons. And they were shaking their asses. And for about a minute straight. And I was like, you know what? I started sweating. My face started getting a little bit red. I was like, I might just do it. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. Just get out the way. And then they started squirting like things out of their butt. And I was like, alright, I'm good, man. I'm fucking good. Then I kind of like killed the whole mood. But it's just so not bad that that's just what it is. Now, I haven't seen the second Fetus Munches, which I'm going to do a review on that one too. It's coming up very shortly. Apparently, that's a lot more worse. So that maybe that might belong right here. But then you also got Fubar down there. Which if you don't know what Fubar is, again, it's another mixtape with gore and stuff like that. But this one's specifically very fucking bad because it has Animal Farm in it. What's Animal Farm? Animal Farm is a movie that's so fucking banned. In order to watch it, you would have to fly to Mars, watch that shit over there, and then come back. That's how banned it is. I mean, I think like only like fucking a handful of countries have it, have it not banned. And that's just because the countries are so primitive, they don't even know it exists. They don't even have television. So you can't ban something. You know what I'm saying? And what Animal Farm is, what's your idea of a farm? You got your bulls, you got your cows, you got your horses, you got your sheep, your goats, your chickens, your roosters. And imagine a female going over and fucking all those animals and putting it in the movie. Fucking pigs and shit. There's clips of Animal Farm inside a Fubar. Yeah. Pretty fucking bad, which is a movie I'm going to review. That's great. Great follow-up. Tells you how bad it is. I'm going to sit through that shit. And then you got the Ogrish Collection, which is just gore. It's just Live Leak used to be called Ogrish from what I heard. And it's just gore compilations. About 6 volumes of it. But then you see what I'm talking about. You got Fubar. You got Ogrish Collection. And you got Fetus Munches 1, which is lesbian porn and anime shit. Ain't that funny? How you in the same tier list? There's just no fucking way. And you got Porn Gore Volume 1 and 2, which is just a bunch of people mutilating their genitals. from what I heard. And then you got Most Disturbed Person on Planet Earth, which as of right now is just the absolute reigning definitive king, Anderson Silva in his prime, fucking unfuckwithable. This guy's like the Incredible Hulk. It's like Superman if he flew in the middle of the sun. Prime 1 million, absolutely undefeatable, like Prime Yoda. There's just a John Cena in his fucking prime. Like, I can't explain it. It is just so like undefeatable with how bad it is, because you got these like mixtapes that are filled with gore. You got these mixtapes that are filled with this, and that this literally has everything. MDPOPE 1, you got people eating shit, smearing themselves with shit, people killing themselves, people killing other people, people fucking just doing everything. And you got MDPOPE 2, which somehow manages to be worse. How is it worse? Because MDPOPE 1 had 61 clips. MDPOPE 2 has 115 clips. MDPOPE 2 is like, take what's in MDPOPE 1, but just make it worse. As in, someone smears himself with shit in MDPOPE 1. Imagine someone having a plate of shit that looks like fucking... It looks like canned bread, and he starts eating it. And he sticks his dick in his shit and starts jerking it. And he licks the plate fucking clean like it was a succulent meal. That's MDPOPE 2. So there's no way you're going to tell me MDPOPE 1 and MDPOPE 2 on the same tier list. They're just fucking not. They're not. And you got MDPOPE 3, which I heard is worse than MDPOPE 2. So you got MDPOPE 1 is bad. MDPOPE 2 is fucking horrific. And MDPOPE 3, I'm not even sure if I want to do a fucking review on it. It's that bad. But again, how can that all be in the same tier list when there's movies that is clearly superior than the other? You know what I'm saying? Then you got, I believe you pronounce it Registros Fatais, which is Fatal Records in Portuguese. Again, now, that's obviously, I don't speak no fucking Portuguese. You see the big Puerto Rican flag in the back. I'm Puerto Rican. So I speak fucking English and I speak Spanish. And what that is kind of like a compilation of gore. If only I knew somebody who had all three of them. And if I knew somebody who would do a review on them. I think I know that somebody. Wepa. Anyway, you got Snuff R73 over here, which is rumored to have like the worst movie that ever be created. I already debunked it. Now, it apparently has, it has fucking cheese pizza. So much cheese pizza, Pizza Hut even fucking blushes. I mean, this shit, if you don't know what cheese pizza is, you're just on the wrong video, man. And that's fucking sad to say. If you don't know what cheese pizza is, it's inappropriate things with children. I'm gonna just leave it at that. And apparently it's rumored to have all that stuff. And then necrophilia cheese pizza, which is just... I don't... blown the fuck away on that. But apparently it's not true. The creator of MDPOPE has said to have watched it himself. Which, if there's anybody who has watched this movie, I believe it to be MD Thomas Cinemagore, the guy who made MDPOPE. I believe he'd be the motherfucker to watch that shit. And he apparently said that it's just a ripoff of his own movie. They took like 85% of the clips, just added a couple of clips, and that's just about it. There's no cheese pizza in it. And now you got these Amoques Sexuais de Caballo. Which, again, I'm going to pronounce that as Spanish, but I've never seen half of those letters, especially that C with the squiggly shits. So that's clearly not Spanish. But from what I heard, it's like some AIDS thing. So I'm going to obviously do a review on that. But most of these movies right here, I know where to watch them. And I'm going to do reviews on them. But then you kind of see the inconsistency with the list because, you know, MDPOPE 2 should be in a tier of its own, and MDPOPE 3 might just be in its own tier as well. Because these movies are fucking bad. Hold on, check this out. Take that with you. And that one's for your mother. And that one's for your brother. Christmas is coming up in like, what, 8 months? So there you go. You got some fucking gifts to hand out. And then you got shit like Goose on Milk, which is just vomit compilation. You got Genki Genki, which is, from what I know, it's like vomit and fucking poopy doo. And a whole bunch of like Asian chicks with animals. Go fucking figure. Then you got like Mondo Cane and Faces of Death and shit. But you kind of see my issue. It's just there's an inconsistency here, man. Fetus Munchers 1 does not belong in that tier list. Like, Fetus Munchers 1 is like grabbing a small child, and all those other movies are just these fucking powerhouses of just men, like a whole bunch of Batistas, and just throwing them in the middle of the ring. Clearly, there's somebody who doesn't belong there. You know what I'm saying? Someone is literally the odd man out, and that would be Fetus Munchers Volume 1. He does not belong there. As a matter of fact, some of those movies belong in a even deeper part of the iceberg, because they're just so fucking bad. And this poor sucker right fucking here is gonna watch them. And I'm gonna tell you about them. And you're probably gonna sit through that shit and probably fucking throw up through your asshole. No joke. Or remember that reminds me of that pony fucking thing. That guy who said he was gonna make a pony game. He's like, you're gonna shoot hot fucking cum everywhere. That shit was the funniest video for like a year straight, man. I remember I kept laughing at it every time I saw it. But speaking of semen, MDPOPE 2, this guy literally drinks. I'm not sure if I even referenced this because this is like my 50th take on this video. He drinks like 10 gallons of cum. I'm not playing around. You see my MDPOPE 2 review. He has glasses like this big to like glasses like shot glasses to glasses like big enough to fucking give water to an African village, and he just takes that shit to the face. And the semen is like from clear to white to misty. You got like AIDS cum. You got like diabetic cum. You got fucking like polio nut. You got nut with like every fucking disease. There was nut in that video that had like the Black Plague and fucking like scabies and shit like that. There's just so much cum that like it was from different eras. He had a Renaissance nut and then Michael Jordan era cum. It's ridiculous. And he drinks it all. He drinks it. And that's in the second one. So you're not going to tell me the second one ain't worse than the first one, man. It's just you can't convince me otherwise. But again, hopefully I got through to some of y'all on, my point of view. And if you don't agree with me, that's fine. Guess what? I live in the United fucking States. And no one really agrees with anybody over here. That's why we had that freedom of speech written the fuck down. Again, you're entitled to your own opinion. So am I. And if you want to share your opinion, there's a comment section below where, just type it up. Cold Raven, I disagree. I think that picking your boogers is worse than being decapitated. Fine. Fucking what? You know what I'm saying? Write that shit down. But with that being said, what I'm going to do is a couple things, right? Soon, I'm going to review Fetus Munches 2. And I'm going to do my next video, which is the scariest video on the surface web that I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. It was so bad that when it was an MDPOPE 2, I had to click off MDPOPE 2 and just go the fuck away. You know what I'm saying? I ended the video abruptly because that clip came up and I didn't want to talk about it. I'm going to make my own video on that. I'm also going to review Fetus Munches 2 as well, which is going to come after that. And once I review all those movies on the absolute bottom of this tier list, I'm going to do a tier list of itself. Or this iceberg, I'm going to make a tier list, with the A, B, C, D, to tell you which one's really that fucking bad and which one isn't so bad. Which one should be like deranked or derailed to kick the fuck out of this one, and which one should be like upgraded to another level of this iceberg. And after I kind of watch all these movies, which ain't gonna be anytime fucking soon, I'm gonna kind of throw my own movies in there, like House on Haunted Hill and other shits in here, and kind of like Jeepers Creepers as well, which I'm surprised that didn't make it because literally there's a wall full of dead people and he has like weapons made out of human skin. I'm surprised that shit didn't make this list. I'm gonna kind of make my own iceberg. Probably within like 4 to 5 fucking months, okay? I'm not gonna bullshit you. It's gonna take some time because I have to watch all these, and it's not like I'm gonna sit here and watch one after the other, and just knock them out, because I don't want to blow up your guys' feed. And on top of that, I want to keep my sanity. I'm already fucking corrupted as if, you know what I'm saying? I knew what sex was by the time I was like 4 or 5 years old, and that was because I always hung around my pops, and I always hung around my uncles, and they would have man talk. Remember man talk? You sit around talk about banging out bitches, and you sit around and talk about, fucking people up. And I would be sitting there playing like Tekken Tag Tournament, using my fucking, my Kazuya, and I have like Jack 5. No, I was King. I would have like King and Kazuya, and sometimes I'd switch in Heihachi, sitting there, and they'd be watching me play, and be talking about how they used to fuck the shit out of all these bitches and shit. So, I kind of knew what that was, and knew what a vagina was before I even hit first grade. That's how much of a man I am. God. I wonder what life would be like if I wasn't so fucking corrupted, man. God. But with all that shit being said, I'm going to review all these, make my own tier list. I got my scariest video of all time coming up. All that. Make sure you like and subscribe. Again, it helps me out a lot, and it helps me continue to make content just like this. I'm your boy, Cold Raven. Share your opinion down in the comment section below if you think I was off on something. If you don't agree, again, that's what that comment section's for. Hope all y'all take care. Have a great day. If you a guy, go get some top. If you're a female, go get your fucking box eaten out. Peace.